Anyone can read a recipe for the right ingredients, right? But good bakers know that how you put those ingredients together, the method, that makes a huge difference. With that in mind, here are 3 hints to make sure every recipe turns out right every time.
Hi, it's Heather with Orson Gygi, and one of my favorite parts of fall is that we are not afraid to turn our ovens and start doing some baking. So before you start your next favorite baking recipe, I want to share with you some of my tips that will get you to follow those recipes correctly and have perfect success in the kitchen. So if you're anything like me, you go to follow your recipe and you realize, oh shoot, I haven't brought my ingredients to room temperature. So I'm going to show you 2 tips that will quickly bring these ingredients to room temperature and will save you lots of time. First is butter. So sometimes we'll put it in the microwave, think, oh, 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden you pull out a butter mess. So this is a great way to soften your butter just a little bit. And one tip I want to recommend is sometimes we over soften our butter. So you want to be able to still pick up your butter, give it a nice texture, and you can feel it, that it's not super cold, but it will soften just a little bit. So what I have here in our cup is we've boiled some water in the microwave just for a few minutes. It gets the water hot, also gets your container hot. You'll dump out your water, but don't throw it away yet. Just dump out your water into a bowl, and then you'll take your cup and you'll place it over your stick of butter. The heat from your cup will then soften your butter, and you can check it periodically to make sure you're not softening it too much, but it will give it a perfect soft butter for whatever you're making. Now with that water that you microwaved, throw your egg into that bowl, not throw it, so gently place it in there. You can put as many eggs as you're going to need for your recipe, but allow that hot water to then bring your eggs to room temperature. So that's a great way to bring all of your ingredients to room temperature so they'll bake perfectly. Now last is measuring. Sometimes we forget the correct way to measure. So you'll take your flour or your dry ingredients and you'll scoop it into your cup. Rather than do 1 scoop for your whole cup, you'll take a smaller scoop and just gradually add it into there so it adds lots of air. And don't pack it down or tap it because that just makes it fall down. You'll take a knife or an icing spatula and just scrape the top. And there you have it, 3 simple tips that you can apply to any of your fall baking recipes that will give you perfect baking success. Happy baking!
She's so smart, that Heather, we love her, and she always says it with a smile. I learned there. Thank you so much. Good tips to employ in our kitchen and baking experiences.